Coach Chris, Team Critical Bench. I'm here at Powerhouse Gym in Tampa, Florida. I'm here with Mr. Ben Pakulski, and we're trying to get inside this guy's brain because he's got a lot of stuff to share with us, and he wants to share with you today 5 tips to gaining muscle size and strength, because what good is size if you don't have anything behind it, right? So Ben, one of the top pro bodybuilders in the world right now, is going to go ahead and share this with you.
All right, I like to pretend that I know a little bit about building muscle.
A little bit.
I've done it for a few years. I've studied it a little bit. So there's a few things you absolutely must know. First and foremost, I walk around gyms all around the world, and I see people doing the same thing day in, day out. And it's the same mistakes everywhere. So if I could break down what needs to happen for you to achieve your desired physique, your desired strength goals, your desired outcomes, I can try to break it into 5 things. It could be a lot more, but let's give 5 simple things to this. 1, most importantly, in my opinion, you must, absolutely must, initiate with the working muscle. What does that mean? I'm training my biceps. Nothing else moves before my bicep moves. So it's not my hips, it's not my knees, it's my biceps. So if I'm going to train my biceps, literally it's going to look squeeze, contract, squeeze, contract. It's not going to be this, it's not going to be this. It's going to be this first, then engage. So what you're doing is you're ensuring that muscle is creating tension, that muscle is engaging or initiating the movement. So I don't want inertia to initiate the movement, and then inertia is moving this weight for me. My muscle is actually engaging to move that weight. That's probably the most important thing. Whether you're trying to get strong or they're trying to get big, probably more related to getting muscle hypertrophy, but ultimately everybody wants their muscles to grow. Even if you just want to get stronger, you still want to look like you work out, right? So that's extremely important. 2, maintain muscular tension. So, strength guys may say, well, you don't need to maintain muscular tension, but I'm going to disagree with that, because the idea that muscles support your skeletal system and your joints is really important. So if you're not maintaining muscular tension, it's going somewhere else. It's going on your joints. So let's try to maintain muscular tension. If you don't know what that means, the best way to maintain muscular tension, understand that, slow down. People have this understanding or this misconception that you need to be really fast and explosive to build muscle. Not necessarily true. It can benefit you, but first and foremost, the tension needs to be where you want it to be. I can train my chest like this and not do anything for my chest. But if I can actually move it faster while I'm squeezing my muscle, that's where the real result is going to come in. So everybody out there, whether you're a beginner or you're advanced, start by learning to engage the muscle and keep it contracted first. And then eventually you can progress to moving a little faster while still maintaining that tension.
Makes perfect sense to me. I mean, how often are we at the gym and you see people failing with those first 2 things? They start to move the whole body when they're going to do a barbell curl, and they're thrusting the weight, and then the lack of tension maintained on the muscle throughout the range of motion.
Right.
There's always, I don't know, you don't have to look far to find the flaws. Let's just say that.
You can probably peek behind us, even though we won't. We can find a few. Anyways, we won't dive into it.
So for our 3rd tip,
accumulate lactic acid. It sounds simple enough, and most people, once they start to accumulate a little bit of lactic acid, stop. They're afraid of it. They don't really understand what it is. They don't understand the benefit. Lactic acid has a massive benefit, a massive correlation with muscle hypertrophy, muscular adaptations for growth. So typically science suggests the more lactic acid, the more growth hormone, the more hormonal cascade of anabolism that's going to eventually happen. So when you start to feel lactic acid, when you start to feel that burn, push through it, get comfortable with it. I actually believe there's kind of 2 stages of lactic acid accumulation. There's one that kind of comes on at first, and then it kind of subsides a little bit when you keep going, and then as you keep going, then it comes on again, and then you're done, right? So try really to reach for that 2nd level of lactic acid where it's really unbearable, and you're getting outside your comfort zone. If you breathe and learn to associate pleasure and growth with that lactic acid, chances are you'll be able to push further. Most people get afraid of it. Most people think it's going to hurt them, and they stop. And that's really where the goal is, right? That's really where the pearl is when we start diving just a little bit deeper, 3 feet from the goal, right? Just a little bit away from your results, from the goal. That's massive.
And I think where people fail themselves a lot is they always give themselves a particular rep number on an exercise. So they have 10 in their head or 8, whatever it is, rather than, if you're hoping to get 8, but you're feeling good and you can get 11, go for 11, right? I mean, just for an example.
And that ties perfectly into our next point, and that's manipulate your rep ranges. So why is that important? It's because most people will do 8 reps, most people will do 6, most people will do 10. Sticking with one typical rep range is never a good idea for a lot of reasons, but most importantly, as well as manipulating your rep range, you want to manipulate the time under tension. Most people in exercise conceptualize a set around the number of reps, but they never consider how much time that set actually lasts. Right. So we want to try to make that set last longer. So I'm going to suggest, instead of always counting reps, try timing the set. And so this week, let's do 25-second sets. That's pretty short. It may sound like a lot, but in reality, when it comes to building muscle, that's very short. Next week, we'll try 30. The week after that, we'll go 40. And you'll notice 40 seconds is a lot of time under tension. And you can accumulate that time under tension 2 ways. You can do more repetitions, or you can simply slow down. Okay, so both are going to have, I don't know that it's equal benefit, but they're both going to have benefit. Of course. And it's different, which is really, really important, right? So try considering manipulating the time under tension opposed to just the number of reps. Because I could do 15 reps probably and make it just as long as, make it last just as long as I did 6 reps, but it's just a different way to approach it, right? So let's think about time under tension, manipulating time under tension, and then manipulate the amount of time between sets.
Absolutely. I love doing that type of training. If you've never tried it, you should start right now just by filtering in maybe a few exercises that are time-based and get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Start at the end of your workout. So at the beginning of your workout, you want to get strong, do your power stuff. This is the next point. But middle of the workout, we want to do contraction-based stuff. So we're really focusing on our mind-muscle connection and engaging that muscle. And then we want to finish with stuff that's a little bit slower and time under tension based, whereby everybody's got a smartphone. Let's let your smartphone, put it on the floor. Let's see how long you can make this set last. And the next set, let's make it last a little bit longer. And that's a great way to ensure you're making progress. Record that. So when you come back next week, you're doing the same exercise. Let's make it last 5 seconds longer, 10 seconds longer with the same weight. You're actually progressing. That's a great way to have micro progressions built into your programs, and a great way to ensure you're actually feeling like you've done something. You're getting a short-term reward, right? So that's really, really a great way to simply approach progressing off your programs.
And so I imagine that the 5th tip is something that's based on, is it recovery based or is it?
Definitely. So give your body what it needs to recover. Okay, most people are so focused on getting amped up for their workout, taking 9 different types of stimulants and taking carbohydrates and fats and whatever they take pre-workout, but they're not giving their body everything it needs to recover, which is where growth happens, and where strength recovery happens, and where nervous system recovery happens. And all those things tie into allowing your body to do what it needs to do to get where you want to go, ultimately, right? Where you want to go being, I want to build a better body, and I want to get stronger. You're not giving your body what it needs. Dive into that. So let's think about, what do I need? I need my nervous system to calm down. I need my nervous system to shut down after all those stimulants I probably took pre-workout or coffee or whatever it is, or even getting amped up for a workout. It's a lot of stimulus to your nervous system. So taking something like magnesium after a workout, great way to allow your nervous system to shut down. Obviously, everybody knows about giving your body protein, ideally even some carbohydrates, which may or may not be necessary immediately, but definitely do it within some time, 4 hours after that workout. But definitely give your body some amino acids as soon as you're done. Allow your body to rest, allow your body to calm down. You don't want to keep stimulating it with more caffeine and more stimulants and whatever it is. You want to trigger that. Okay, the workout is done. So the workout is catabolic. As soon as the workout is done, you're supposed to start the anabolic processes, right? Carbohydrates, amino acids, magnesium, L-theanine is another good example, and things to support your adrenal glands. So phosphatidylserine, I'm giving you big words. Ashwagandha. I'm not even going to try to.
Can you spell that for us?
Yeah, we can put it as a little subtitle.
I'll put it on the bottom.
Yeah, exactly. So give your body what it needs to recover. So it comes simply to that. Eat some good healthy foods immediately as soon as you can after.
And sleep obviously would be beneficial too. I'm sure that just goes hand in hand with what he's saying. So,
right.
So you've got 5 tips from one of the world's best, top performing bodybuilders. So if you're not taking these 5 tips and using these to your advantage, you're nuts. So Ben, thank you so much for all your time.
It's probably a lot more than 5 tips. I kind of rambled a little bit.
Well, yeah.
Hopefully you guys got some value.
There's subtopics.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that was great. We'll let Ben ramble all day long. Coach Chris, Team Critical Bench here at Powerhouse Gym in Tampa, Florida with BPAK. We'll see you again soon.